My friends, thanks for joining. So today we are going to discuss about something, an informal chat about air and what we breathe. So I've been moving abroad, relocating across Europe, but I've been traveling also in Asia. And I remember back in the days when I had to wear the mask for pollution. It was something completely new for me. And so it changed a bit of the perception. Back then, there was no virus and it wasn't related to the coronavirus kind of emergency, but it was about pollution. Coming from a sea town where pollution was never a problem, it was a big change for me in thinking. And I did realize moving across Europe that another big problem is also radon. So new buildings are generally designed with that in mind, with foundation designed for radion with a shield and a tunnel on the side to get the gas out on the side of a building. But when you are renting, you are new to the area, you don't know much about an area. So my heads up for you is wherever you are in the world, there is for sure a radon map. It's a common problem because there are gases that are coming from the ground. There are tons of other pollutant, but it's true that it's a big concern for general public health. And it's not something that you find discussed around too much. You don't have much of advertisement, or at least my generation didn't grow up thinking about that. I don't know the new one because they are generally smarter than the previous one, but let's be honest, you don't see any advertisement about that. If you move across Europe, as you see, each area can be different, and it's something that you need to keep in mind. For example, if you are going to rent a ground floor, that can be a big difference between a ground floor and a first floor, for example. And you need to keep in mind that there are services from each country to do measurement almost for free. Some is for free, some few quids, but anyway, keep in mind that too. And now, even on mobile, some devices can be used remotely with a mobile and can give you some measurement. They are not professional, but at least are something. Generally, the radio measurement is an average across 3 months. It can change, obviously, based on how much air you have in the apartment. For example, if you keep the window open, but it's just something that I want to talk and discuss about because you'll not find it. It's one of those tricky conversations when nobody wants to talk about air in general. So don't think only about pollution. If you move to a new area, just keep an eye. It doesn't cost you nothing. You could discover that it is absolutely safe and there is nothing to concern about. Another website that is really good, or at least I like it traveling, it was eqair.com. I'm not sponsored. You see how many followers I have. Zero business interest on tell you something. I'm just sharing my experience, nothing more and nothing less. So what is good of this one is that you have an app on the phone as well, and is collecting all measurement of all city around. But what you can find that some area are not covered by the actual official metering and you do have individuals that are having some devices and that can keep the measurement for you. Something to keep in mind if you want to have an understanding on an average, you are moving for for a month to keeping on the phone and keeping an eye to trying to understand how pollution is. Also because pollution is changing a lot also based on the weather. For example, summer can be different. We saw also with all this emergency, how pollution can play a role. Eh, not my role to discuss about it. I don't have a skill, but it's just to explain that if you want to check something. For sure, what I learned from my experience is that sometimes you take houses that are directly on the street. Based on which floor you are, it can change the concentration of PM in your air. So it's good sometimes to measure that stuff. But I did had difficulties to find something that was measuring also outside, because you find all these home station or everything. But if you want to, for example, to have a clue outside, and I found these, but as I said, I'm not suggesting, I'm not sponsored, and is outdoor and is used, for example, if you want to exercise outside and you want to know if it's okay to exercise, because you are exercising, you are breathing heavily, and you want to know. So it was a good shot to find it. And I saw that in Asia it's quite popular to have this outdoor monitor as well. And so it was something new to me. I just wanted to flag it for you because it's something that I didn't think. I don't care about the brand. It was just telling you, don't focus only on something for indoor. If, for example, your target is to exercise, have a look where you exercise. It can make a big difference. For example, there are a couple of areas in my place, and based on the traffic, the time is changing a bit. And so if you have it, you can keep an eye on it. As I said, I'm 100% sure there are tons of brand. I actually use that and I was happy with that, but it's just to share a thinking. It's something unusual. You don't go around with something. We don't have it in the watch. We don't have it on the phone. We can just read the PM and nothing more. It's really cool that most of these air quality monitor, whatever brand you use also for the home, is giving you a value of VOC. That can be, for example, the paint or whatever else. So just wanted to flag something that I change with the time, with experience, and that I notice and I wasn't aware of. I hope sharing is caring, and I hope you enjoy the informal chat. Have a good one. Take it easy and subscribe so you know when new content is getting out. Cheers. Bye bye.